no way ever that the euro was going to fail based on Greece. And so at that time I was thinking about it, and I would look at all the charts, and the charts were always like, opinions of Europe. It was like the lowest was Greece, and then like Italy was the same. And it was like economic performance, it was like Greece, and like, you know, Greece was the lowest and Italy was the same. And so it was kind of like, it was just obvious. You start thinking about it, and you're like, wait, okay, so Italy actually is in a very similar position to Greece. They have a very similar set of fiscal constraints that have been placed on them. Their economy has suffered. The people really don't like being part of the euro. So you look at popularity of the euro. Italy has always pulled similarly to Greece. 50% plus of people have never liked the euro for many reasons. They don't like it, and they have a playbook of what to do, which is what Greece just did, which is negotiate. So I was like, okay, well, this is probably what's going to happen, meaning you're going to get a populist movement in Italy, and they're going to say to Germany, hey, you Germany, you need to give me something, give me some fiscal stimulus. I made up a number, like in 2015, I guess it would be like 500 billion fiscal stimulus in euro. And you know, they're going to say, Germany, give us 500 billion fiscal stimulus. And Germany's going to say no, okay? That moment, right, the fight, the argument, that's the systemic risk moment. And the reason is because unlike Greece, Italy's bonds have been trading in an obscene way. Like you had actually 2-year Italian debt was negative as of 2 weeks ago. The 10-year in Italy was at 2%. The US is at 3%. So you had the Italian 10-year government debt trading inside, 100 basis points inside the US, which I went to Harvard Business School. At Harvard Business School, they taught you the risk-free rate was a 10-year treasury. So you have the Italian government debt trading at a discount to the risk-free rate, which is truly insane. And the duration of these instruments, meaning the sensitivity to interest rates, is very, very high because there's been a chase for yield because of central banks. I'll bring it back to central banks. Because of the chase for yield, the duration of these instruments is very, very long. And so the interest rate sensitivity is very, very high, meaning Italian government debt, a very small move in interest rates would cause like a very big drawdown on the holders, you know, for the balance sheets of that debt. And so I was like, oh man, this is going to be it. This is very, very bad. You're going to have a fight. You know, the populists are gonna kind of come to power, and they're going to do like Greece did, because why wouldn't they? Because they're going to get stuff, because they should. Germany's going to like argue, because the Germans are not just going to give 500 billion euro. And at that moment, the credit markets will correct. So I've thought that for a number of years. I thought, and I still believe that Draghi will lose control. So the main systemic, so that like kind of moment causes a tension, and then you start to get rates to rise, and then the systemic moment is when Draghi loses control, because that's when the myth of the infallible central bank is revealed to be a lie, right? The myth of the so how do you have a systemic collapse? You have a big mistake, right, that everybody like collectively is making. That's actually obvious in retrospect, that then becomes unveiled, right? And then people are like, oh, wait, housing prices can decline all at the same time. Oh, wait, central banks are fallible.